Hello. How can I help?
Sorry?
How can I help?
I just need to come and check that you're not in breach of any COVID legislation.
See, the thing is, could you just read this?
Yeah.
Could you read that? Could you read it out loud, please?
I can see what it says.
Could I have your name, please?
Tracy Ward.
And it's 1746. Tracy,
Yes.
I just want to let you know
Yes.
that I'm not going to answer any questions.
Okay.
I do not consent, and I stand under a common law jurisdiction.
Yeah.
The COVID regulations are not law, and by you trying to enforce law, trying to enforce the COVID regulations as law, you are helping comply with treason and tyranny. Now, I'm just going to give you a warning today,
Yeah.
because I have made it quite clear on my Instagram account that I will be issuing £10,000 fines for any more police visits today, because you guys have had 7 days an opportunity to come back once I serve papers on the 4th of November to 4739 Clark, saying that I wish to see evidence, which is on the windows if you'd like to take a look. I think they've sent you in as a lamb to the slaughter, knowing that I'm going to be issuing fines today. So I'm just going to, on the goodness of my heart, I'm not going to issue you, because I have an affidavit of truth that I can take claims and hold you personally accountable in a common law court with a jury of 12 of my peers, and hold you personally accountable. You are a service corporation. You are a public servant. You do not rule us. You're meant to be serving us. I'm trying to be so respectful.
That's right.
I have a business to run. I have 6 children to feed. What this lockdown is illegal. And I just want to make this clear, because I'm asking you to use your discretion and I'm asking you to use your conscience, right? This lockdown is illegal and unlawful, and anyone that complies with this is going to be held accountable too once all this is going through. There's a lot of common law specialists helping to end this tyranny and bring justice to the MPs of Parliament. 657 of them that signed the coronavirus bill are going to be held accountable for treason, fraud and genocide, and anyone that complies with that is going to be held accountable too. And I'd just like to remind you, are you on your oath of office? Are you on your oath of office, please? You are. So if you're on your oath of office, you swore your oath under common law to protect my human rights, to use discretion, to use your conscience. Under common law, you swore an oath. You also swore an allegiance to the Queen, not the government. So I would like to ask you, I'm just going to give you the warning, because I appreciate you've just been sent here. I'm going to ask you to leave, and I'm not going to issue a 10 grand fine. But if you do come back, I will be putting your details on my affidavit, and I'll be holding you responsible and fining you £10,000.
Okay.
Thank you very much for your time.
That's not the response I thought I was going to get.
I know, this is why I appreciate they've sent you in. What I'm saying is truthful.
Do you want to write my details down to say that I've been here?
Could you...
Write my collar number down.
And can we make a note? I would rather you...
I did not know this is the response I was obviously going to get.
They've sent you in, and I know this and I understand this. I want you guys on our side. There's been a mass fraud on each and every one of us, right, from birth. So you have a birth certificate, right? Your birth certificate has 2 dates on it. It has your birth date and it has your registration date. They have opened corporations in your name, and they have been earning money off your sweat equity from birth. They've been doing this since 1666. Now we have this truth and we have this evidence, and this is what we're trying to bring down. This isn't just me solely on my own. I have people backing me worldwide, and they're all doing the same things in other countries, right? I'm asking you, do the right thing.
Okay, write down 1420.
1420, and I really appreciate this chat. 1420, today's date.
That I've attended. So 1746. Tracy Ward
Tracy Ward.
from Kenneth Still House.
Kenneth Stillhouse. How'd you spell that?
Kenneth. So Kenneth.
Oh, Kenneth.
Steele. Steele. House.
And
Not down the feeder. That's where I'm based.
And it's 1420.
And that I visited.
Yes, and I appreciate.
Any breach of any COVID legislation.
They tried to serve me a prohibition order, which is fraudulent. I've actually got evidence on Bristol City Council for fraud, mail fraud, right? And anyone that complies with them are going to be really. I mean, I've got proper people involved. I'm not talking out my bum.
Have you spoken to any of our bosses?
This is my 7th visit.
Oh, okay.
I've actually served, right? That notice there, notice of obligation. A notice of obligation under constitutional law. It's 41 pages long, with 31 of them pages of evidence of treason and fraud.
Right.
and genocide. We're asking the police to look into this. The government are treasonous right now. We are in lawful dissent. So when the government's treasonous, we have a duty to stand up and make sure that we are governed properly. We are not being governed properly.
You're obviously the owner here, though.
I do not answer any questions.
All right, that's fine. Because I just need to put down that you've spoken to
You've
someone.
definitely spoken to me. They'll see that you've spoken to me.
I've spoken to someone here today. You've got my details today,
Yes.
and then I just feed it back in.
And Tracy, I really appreciate this chat, and I will not be issuing you a 10 grand fine now that I've made you aware.
Right.
If you come back, I will, though.
Okay.
All right. So that's just to help you out in your job, and I will, and I have got the. I can do it. It's 100%.
That's fine, but I had to come here, didn't
I appreciate that totally, Tracy.
So that's fine. But as long as you got my details and you're happy with that, then I'm going to go.
That's great, and I will not bother you again. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Thank you so much.
Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Now that was what you call a nice police officer.
That was perfect. I must commend. Thank you so much.
Did you guys hear what I did when she said that she'd come and there was no COVID violations here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I heard that. Anything
So
you wanna say
anyway.
before I end?
I'm not going to issue her because she's quite respectful, and I think that the police have sent her in not knowing. She just admitted it herself. She's been sent in like a lamb to the slaughter to see if I would put a fine on her. And the only reason I haven't put a fine on her is because I thought I'd give her the opportunity to give her a warning that when they come back, if she comes back, I will issue her a fine. I have all her details. I'm quite lawfully allowed to do it, and that's what will happen. It'll be a £10,000 penalty fee for taking up my time, and also I'll be making extra claims for harassment, for get arrested. There'll be an extra claim for kidnap. So there's numerous things we can do, guys. You just gotta have to stand your ground. She knew then that she'd been screwed over. You could tell, and that's why she's given her details. She was very compliant. That was a proper public servant. Yes. That is the response I want to see from the police. I'm begging you, police. I'm not actually begging you. I'm pleading with you. You need to use your conscience. You need to use your discretion. Something in your soul will tell you that this is not right, and you know it. Just remember, you swore an allegiance to the Queen, not the government, and you swore your oath under common law. And I and everyone else that are we the people stand under common law jurisdiction. You have no jurisdiction here. I am going to make it quite clear. I've now issued a warning. So any future visits from any police officers, I will be taking your details like I did that lovely lady then, and you will be issued a £10,000 penalty fee for taking up my time. I am lawfully allowed to do it, and that's what will happen. Thank you for your time.